So good evening everybody and welcome back to F1 Action here on FTRL. It is week 8 of season 19 and we are here at the roller coaster topsy-turvy circuit that is Portimao. It is the Portuguese Grand Prix, playing host to this evening's action then. Right, now we have got a rather low turnout for Div 1 drivers, so thankfully though our Div 2 contingent have very kindly stepped in en masse, so we have a nice 17 car grid to look forward to tonight. It should provide us with plenty of racing action. So the car's starting to head out on track. First one will be Skirms, so we'll go on board with him once he gets round to the end of the lap. So then Portimao disappearing off the F1 calendar after a couple of seasons back, filling in during the COVID crisis. I'm sad to see it go. It really is a very unique challenge, very popular circuit with drivers, although not so much on the game, but in real life definitely. It is a very interesting and unique challenge. And this corner here in particular that Skirms is going around now is definitely going to be a point of interest in the race. Very easy to lose the back under acceleration there, so we shall be keeping an eye on the cars as they head around there then. And we do have one Portuguese driver on the track tonight, KVR Kelvin, who got a podium at Mexico a couple of weeks ago, so he'll be gunning for a strong result in his home Grand Prix. Let's see then what is happening then, and we're going to go on board then with a lap of Portimao with Skirms. So down the start-finish straight then the DRS pops open as we go over the blind crest, drop down the hill towards the braking zone of turn 1. Good overtaking opportunity. Don't run too wide on the exit there. Quick through the right-hander, then down the gearbox to second gear for the right-hander. Get the car turned and then go over this crest. Car will go light with the back gear stepping out a little bit. Don't run too wide on the curbs. Nice little from Skirms. Second DRS zone activates and down to the hairpin again. Track drops away as you get to the braking zone. Nicely around there from Skirms. Now start climbing back up the hill once again. Over to the left and into this fast right-hander 7th gear. Brake, don't run wide on the curbs, and down to 3rd gear. Now this is the tricky traction zone. Skirms done a good job there. Then over the crest we go again. Then dropping down the hill before I start climbing uphill again. To a blind braking zone over to the left. And down to 3rd gear for the right-hander. That's very wide there. Still battling through the quick left-hander, then down the gearbox once again into the left-hand hairpin. Quick short spurt, dropping downhill again, then into the right-hander. 3rd gear, hug the apex, then drift over to the left-hand side, start to build the speed. Don't run too wide. And this beautiful, brilliant final quarter, flat to the floor. Hug the inside as long as you can, then drift over to the left. Over the line, and the first time on the board is a 1:18.1 from Skirms, and so a very solid job from him. And that is a guided tour of the Portimao circuit. So let's go find some F1 drivers, some Div 1 drivers, sorry. Crims was your winner last week in the Netherlands then. After a what looked like a very comfortable drive, was almost thwarted by a late safety car. He had to pull away from there because he picked himself up a 3-second track limit penalty right at the death, which meant that he had to push hard on the final lap and just pipped the reigning champ Tico to victory. But was looking pretty supreme last week. I missed a couple of races, probably out of title contention at the minute. It is between Simply Superman in the Williams and the reigning champ Tico, who's been in electric form in the middle part of this season. Then now, big shout out to Zumpy there. A 17.0 on the medium tyre is a very, very, very tiny lap there on the option tyre. Everybody else out on the slicks, the slick softs at the moment. They're around slicks, it's dry weather. So I'm interested to see if he can hang on there. Let's go on board then. Watch Simply Superman then on his lap. And of course, this is his first live run, so I won't have any comparisons just yet. Good evening, Mattman. Hope you're well, my friend. Can you confirm you can hear me, first and foremost? Over the crest of the hill. It starts going uphill now. Through the left, stays left. Sweeps in for the right-hander. Beautiful line there for the Williams. Rise the curve nicely. Dankeschön, Dankeschön. And into the right hand, a bit too much curve there maybe from Simply Superman. Cost him a tenth or so, trying to get the power down on those rumble strips. Williams in front of him then, that should give him a nice slipstream. Barcelona has split Zumpy and Dutch Tricks. And to the top of the timesheets goes Simply Superman at 1:16.111. Very, very impressive lap there from Simply Superman. Had a bit of a rough and ready time last week, but still very much in the thick of a title battle. That's a very, very impressive lap then. Let's go find where Crims is. Going out of the final corner. Here we go then. Is the Mercedes man going to be the one to beat again? The answer is he is indeed. 59 then, so goes top of the table with the first one under 1:16. Very impressive lap indeed then. So Crims goes to the top of the standings once again. Simply Superman relegated to P2. Tico and Dutch then down to the second row of the grid. Let's see how Kelvin is getting on then in the other Ferrari meanwhile. The home hero for this week. In sector 2 at the moment, and going down the hill. There is the sector 52.2. Now we've got anything to compare that against at the moment. Let's see them out of the penultimate corner then. Now just one corner to go. Look how big the drop is there. Oh, too much curve on the inside. Invalidates his lap right to death there. It's a big shame. That was looking like a tidy lap there from Kelvin. He'll have to go again though. Just too much curve at the final corner. And that unfortunately has invalidated his opening run. Dan is out on the medium tyres. They've been back this week. Now this is an in lap. He is coasting. Another one filling in for us tonight. So a couple of guys on out laps. Crims on an in lap. Tico's just started us. Let's go on board then with the reigning champ. Big twitch there through one. So exploring all the track. Trying to get as much speed as possible and coming up to the sector 1 split point. Unfortunately, mate, I am not. I don't have BT Sport, which is really frustrating. So I'll have to be following it on the Sky Sport app. But rest assured, if we do get through to the final, let me say that, when we get through to the final, I will be watching it live. So do not worry, I will be in a pub somewhere drinking my heart's content. Tico then was up by 69 thousandths in sector 1. That would not be enough to improve his position though, so I'll need to find some time over the remainder of the lap. They'll come up to the sector 2 checkpoint on the drop down after this right-hander. Let's see if he's found any time in the middle sector. The answer is he has. He's now 1.5 tenths up. Still though, not enough. It's a flawless plan, Pagani. It is a flawless plan. Watch all the chaos into turn 1 and 4 in front of you. So then 1 corner to go for Tico. A recent addition to the ERT esports team. He improves. He does go second fastest though. Just nips ahead of Simply Superman 2 by 2 1,000ths of a second. What about Dutch Tricks? He has invalidated his lap, so he will not be improving this time. Daft Chip then out on the mediums. But yeah, in answer to your question, no, I'm sat here watching this. If I could watch it on my phone, I would do. However, I've just seen that they've scored. Oh no! That is not what I wanted to happen. Pressure is very much now on. However, they still need another goal. So, oh, Daft Chip lights up the rears, going down the hill and spins to the inside. Clatters into one of the markers. That gets out of the way of the Mercedes. Scoo Steve was on and out though, so it's not too much harm done. Michael Vien, meanwhile, has popped himself into P5, 16.8. He is currently the lead of the Div 2 contingent. Filling in for Funky Chicken and Lennon this week. And all Lennon. We've got Pagani in there as well, so. The Williams are very slowly in the middle of the track. Michael has seen that he's pretty much parked. Thankfully able to avoid him, who is Simply Superman, who is absolutely crawling. I think he's trying to get himself a bit of clear track. Is Dutch on another lap? He is, and he is nearly 0.3 of a second up, and so Dutch Tricks on for a big improvement. However, that one alone would not be enough to improve his position. Let's see if he's found any time in the final sector. He has, but not enough, so stays 4th. What about Barcelona then? He is over 1/4 of a second up. So that'll be in and around where Michael is. So let's see him on the final couple of corners. And the final corner he comes, stays tight. So you got contrasting light. He's got to sort of the middle of the road there. So interesting time. Does he improve? He does by 0.4 per second. He jumps back up to P5 then. Very tiny lap from the Red Bull man. Zumpy is out again on the medium tyre then, so sticking with the medium tyre for a second run. So he seems keen to run that medium tyre in the first stint to give him some options in the race. We'll see what about Scuba Steve. He's invalidated his run. Next Pixie is coming up to the Sector 1 checkpoint now. Let's see how he's getting on. So he just gets dropped down to P6 then as... Sorry, he gets dropped down to P10 as Kelvin goes P6 in the second Ferrari. Splits the Div 2 contingent. Barcelona P5, Kelvin now P6, Michael down to P7. What about Zumpy then? He's now on his flying run on the medium tyre once again. So let's see how he's getting on this time around. Track will be a bit more rubbered in now. Might be a bit more grip for him. He is 13 thousandths up in Sector 1. Oh, the left-hand hairpin and starts climbing up the hill through that quick left-hand kink. This double right-hander. Really need to... he's ran too wide there. Unfortunately, I was about to say you don't want to run too wide there. And he will invalidate his lap, which is what he has done. He's also been dropped down a position as Catabes goes P8 in the Haas. Just for a change, we're given the option to try a different car this week. He, of course, has picked the Haas once again. Superman on a lap. 1/10 of a second up. Coming out of the final corner. This could be into the 15s. It is 15.956, just half a tenth shy of Crims, who is also up by over 1.5 tenths on this lap through the middle sector. For Simply Superman back onto the front row, the second man into the 15s. Crims, however, I think is about to move the goalpost again. You can see they're staying tight out of the final corner. Does he improve? Does indeed. Finds out even more time. Look at that, nearly 0.3 of a second. Found on that lap then, so Crims lowers the bar to a 15.6 that time around. Very, very impressive lap from the Mercedes man. Aaron Trucker then filling in tonight. And the Aston. How is he going to get on then? So into the final sector he comes, currently P14. Brutus just over in P13. Interestingly, Brutus on a 17.1, Barcelona on a 16.5, so 0.6 of a second between the two Div 2 title protagonists. Does Aaron improve on this lap? He doesn't. Stays 14th. What about Brutus bit here? Where's he getting on there? Where is he? He's in the middle sector at the moment. Over the crest of the hill he comes. Just love the undulating circuit. This is absolutely beautiful challenge for the drivers. I know some of the traction zones aren't ideal. Oh, he's invalidated his lap though. Runs a little bit wide and kicks out the back, and that has invalidated his lap then. So big shame for Brutus. He will have to go again. What about his fellow countryman? He's also invalidated his lap, so he will not be improving this time. Despite the fact he is nearly 2.5 seconds up, then tenths up, so that would have been enough to jump him ahead of Kelvin. Had he been able to see the lap through. Nice little pack punch there. That's 6th, 7th, and 8th. 16.836, 16.856, 16.896. So very tightly punched there. We've also got Zumpy on a 17.0, Scuba Steve on a 17.0, Alex Pixie on a 17.0, and Daft Chip on a 17.0. So some very close battles at the minute. Front two separated by 0.3 of a second. And Tika and Dutch separated by less than a tenth as always. Of course, both of those drivers are now part of the ERT stable. Dutch Tricks also has joined the sports revolution finally, not before time. So they're on their way out for what will be their final flying lap. Back into the garage and goes Michael's car. And we pick up Scuba Steve, who's heading down into turn 1, which will be his final run then. So currently P10. Joined us last week for the Div 1 race at Zandvoort, and unfortunately didn't even make it to the start line. He was involved in an accident where he tagged Kelvin. Those two came together as they got off the line. Both moved to the middle, locked wheels, speared up into the barrier, both retired on the spot and took Pagani with them for good measure. So hopefully those two will not come a cropper again this week and can enjoy a full race distance. I was too busy watching other things, didn't see how he was doing in Sector 1, but he's coming up to Sector 2, over the crest of that hill, which is a beautiful shot. I'd love for this calendar to be back on the circuit to be back on the calendar permanently. Let's see that he is half a second up. There's a Scuba Steve on for a very, very big improvement here. This could put him on the third row of the grid. He's around about Barcelona's pace if he can keep that up through the final sector. So Scuba Steve on for a big jump here. Zumpy's on his way out on the soft tyres, so giving up on the mediums. Out of the final corner he comes again to the middle of the track. And he improves by half a second, and up to P5 he goes. So yeah, there we go. Scuba Steve jumps 5 places from P10 into P5. Very, very impressive run there from him. And he is now the lead Div 2 driver. We've got to run then. Let's pick up Tico. Whereas Dutch has invalidated his run already. So Dutch is not improving on this lap. He might have to go again if he has the fuel for it. What about Tico? Can he find any time to get back on terms, back onto the front row of the grid? And then drops down and up the hill into the right-hander. Well out of the way that he is 9 thousandths of a second up. We'll need some more time in the final sector then. What can he do? The final part of this lap. 2 corners to go then. Nice line there, out of there. Using all the track right out on the curb then. Swoops in to the final corner. Stays tight. Heading to the line. Does he improve? He does, but it's not enough. Doesn't quite get into the 50s, so stays P3. Tricks is going again. Meanwhile, recharge the battery. What about Crims? Crims is faster by half a tenth in the first sector. Barcelona, was that just crossed the line? And Zumpy's gone P6, and so Zumpy was P6 after his soft tyre run. 16.3. Barcelona has also improved as well. He's gone back to P5 then with a 16.2. Almost got within Dutch Tricks range there. So very impressive lap indeed. Simple Superman on a lap, whereas Crims up again in the middle sector. Simple Superman also up in Sector 1 then. So the top 2 currently improving. What about Dutch Tricks? He is down in Sector 2. Crims coming to the line. Improves by half a tenth. The 15.5 then is the time to beat. Here comes Dutch Tricks then out of the final corner. Does he improve? He does not, so he stays 4th. Our Simple Superman has invalidated his lap, unfortunately. So he will not be improving. He will start P2. Do we have anybody on a lap? Dan Morris seems to be on a lap. Pick up the McLaren. Coming down in P15, he'll be able to improve on that. Coming to the line. And he does improve, but stays 15th then, so down on the back foot here a little bit. Got a bit of work to do from P15. He will have free tyre choice for the race. So that is something, if nothing at all then. So there we have it then, qualifying over and done. And it is Crims once again stealing top spot. Can you stop headbutting my arm cap, please? Dan straight into the track there. Wondering why he's in Div 1 with a pace like that. Well, he has been beaten. Maybe this is just not your track, mate. Maybe this is just not your track. There we go then. Qualifying over and done. Crims is who has a clear run down to turn 1. Aston Simply Superman alongside him, but he will have that Mercedes in his peripheral vision. Then Crims then on pole by 4/10 of a second at the end then. That final improvement. Very, very impressive run. Simply Superman joining him on the front row in the Williams. Tico and Dutch, as ever, in hot pursuit. They start 3rd and 4th. Barcelona started P5. Great qualifying effort from him. Zumpi joins him on the 6th row. It's an all-Nordic 3rd row. Scuba Steve starts P7 alongside Kelvin again. Hopefully there'll be no fireworks between those two this week. Michael Bien and Casso is then rounding out the top 10. They will all start on the soft tyre. They've qualified. Free tyre trusting goes to the rest of the grid, starting with Brutus in P11, Alex Pixie P12, Daft Chip P13, Aaron Trucker P14, Dan Morris P15, Skirms P16, and Pagani, who wants to start at the back, starts P17 then. So let's get some podium predictions in, please. Once again, it's looking very much like Crims is going to be the one to beat. So that's where I'm going to put my money. Simply Superman for P2 and Tico for P3, I think. So I think this top 3 are going to stay as they are. There we go. That is my out there prediction. Although Daft Chip did reckon that one Div 2 driver could get a podium tonight. So Barcelona, Scuba Steve, Michael, Cat, all in the top 10. So not out of the bounds of possibility. Out of those 3, I think Barcelona's probably the most likely. But he was saying he was washed around here, so let's see if that comes true. So yes, predictions please. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to stand on the podium with them? So we count down to the race start. If you headbutt my arm one more time, Cat, swear to God, go to do nothing. I'll tell you to stop doing it again. You've been fed. You're not hungry. There's a lot of food in your bowl still. Go away. So 33 laps ahead of us. Guards start head off there on their warm-up lap. Let's look at who is on what tyre then. Obviously we know the top 10. So Krim was leading off then on pole position once again in the Mercedes. But for those missed races, very much would have been in the title hunt, I feel. Simple Superman, though, is very much in the title hunt. He starts P2. Alongside him on the front row then, Tico, the other man in the title hunt, really. Current championship leader, starts P3. Dutch Tricks starting P4. DNF last week after they got some damage, slipped back through the pack. And it's all about pride for him this season. Wants some more wins. Again, not in title. Of course, missed a race, of which was obviously going to affect his title ambitions. Barcelona starts P5 in the Red Bull, and great qualifying lead Div 2 driver right ahead of Zumpi in the second of the AlphaTauris. He went really well here last time we were here, and then desynced with Tico when they had a collision when they were teammates as well. So hopefully none of that this time, and he can get a strong result because he definitely deserves it. He's a very quick boy. Just not had the look so far this season. Scuba Steve then starts P7 in the second of the Mercedes. Those are the Div 2 reserves, a very impressive effort from him. Kelvin joins him on the 4th row of the grid. Hopefully no fireworks between those two this time. They can get down and around the circuit without locking wheels. Fingers crossed. Michael Bien then, another Div 2 boy, starts P9 and joined by another Div 2 driver, Katamis, in P10. They are all on the tyres they qualified on. Their free tyre choice going to the rest of the grid, starting with Brutus, who is on the medium tyres, one of 3 drivers to go on the yellow sidewalled mediums. Alex Pixie joins him on row 6. He's on the soft tyre. Daft Chip starts P13 in the second of the Haas. He's on the soft tyre, as is Aaron Trucker alongside him in the Aston P14. Dan Morris starts P15. He's on the medium tyre. Skirms alongside him. He's on the softs, and Pagani at the rear on those medium tyres. We wait for everybody to look at the place, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and the Portuguese Grand Prix is go. It's a very short hold. Who's had a good start? It's a good start from Crimson. It's a good start from Tika. Super Superman's bogged down a little bit. Dutch trying to find a way through as well, trying to go around the outside into turn 1. And he has done as well, so Simply Superman down 2 immediately. So not a great start from the Williams man off the front row. He's now under attack from Zumpi as well. Barcelona, they're trying to hang on as well. Oh, Simply Superman's very wide there as they get to the top of the hill for the first time. Big movers. Bruce Spears down 4. Skirms is up 3. Skirms had a demon start. Aaron Trucker's up 4 as well into the top 10 then. So the Aston Martins had a lightning start. Catamy's then usually a bit of a scud missile off the line. But he's down 3. As is Brutus. And so the Team Chaos drivers, and now Skirms look up the inside of Brutus as well. Oh, big twitch there from Skirms of the Red Bull. And I got Dan Morris on the back of him. So they come over the hill. Pagani trying to look for a way through as well. Skirms have made up quite a handful of places, lost a couple as the lap has progressed. But still up 1 then, but Krim's got the perfect start then from pole position. Tico getting a great launch from behind him as well. The dirty side of the track did no favours to Simple Superman. He's down to 4th and under attack from Barcelona, who hended off Zumpi around turn 2. Skrim's immediately setting the fastest lap of the race, and everybody seems to have got around, hopefully, without drama. Yeah, nobody into the pits. That is a clean opening lap. Well done, everybody. Trucker looking at the back of Michael Vian into turn 1. Oh, what's happened? Barcelona's had a spin at turn 1. Oh, and goes solid right in the middle of the pack as the field coming around. A couple of drivers have to take avoiding action, so Barcelona spins out of P5. That's a big shame for him. Oh, what's happening further back? Oh, Skirms had a spin at the top of the hill, so a couple of cars going off on the second lap. In fact, both Red Bulls having some strife at the start of lap 2 then. Krim's is leader over the crest of the hill. Tico trying to give chase. Top 4 have made a little bit of a top today already. Krims is out of DRS range. Look, obviously he gets activated at the end of this lap. Already he is out of DRS range, so Krim's doing outstanding job already in the opening couple of laps here. Try and pull a gap. We saw this last week, just cruised away at the front. Expecting more of the same, and Super Superman is right on the cusp of DRS level. It doesn't matter this time around. Got out of the final corner. Hi, Aaron. There we go. Then DRS then has been enabled this time around. They won't get it into turn on down the start finish straight this time, but they will get it on that short back straight then, as Barcelona goes back ahead of Aaron Trucker, recovering after that spin he had it here last time around. Okay, this time then. So DRS for the first time is enabled. Aaron's had a good run then. Barcelona's had to go defensive already. Aaron looks out, but not quite close enough to capitalise this time then. Big mover still. Aaron Trucker's the biggest mover. He's at 4. Other than that, it's just everybody up 1 place. Big loser so far. Barcelona down 4. Casamy's down 4. It's unusual for Cat. Cat is usually lightning off the line, but gone backwards in this one so far. A little bit processional at the moment, however. It's kind of the flowing nature of this circuit. Makes it quite difficult for these cars to follow. Hopefully on this year's game, when it comes out, we'll see cars following a little bit more closely than Cribbs' lead now 1.6 seconds. Then Dutch Tricks in DRS range of Tico. DRS is open. And he is closing further back. Scuba Steve on Zumpy. Is he going to be close enough for a move into 1? Looks to the inside, but drops back in again. Not quite close enough. Further back, Barcelona is close enough to Michael, however. He gets the move done into 1, so recovering 2 of those places. Michael coming back at him, though. And into turn 3. Down the inside he goes. Position regained for Michael, then. However, oh, Simple Superman with a penalty. Barcelona now has DRS once again to the outside. Michael's going to give him a squeeze. Around the outside goes Barcelona. He's going to have the momentum off the corner, is he? Ooh, banging wheels already. Into the right hand we go. Now he's got the inside. Now he gets the move done. Yes, I did know that, Aaron. Thank you. They were very nice hooks as well. And I look forward to the next one. Over the crest we go then. So Barcelona getting his, speaking of touring cars, getting his touring car style out of the way there to leave the door open on Michael Vien. To P8 he goes. Michael is sticking with him. We've got big train here. So they've got Barcelona, Michael Vien, Aaron, Alex, Daft Chip, Brutus, Casamies, Dan. A big train there. Mostly Div 2 drivers as well. The only Dan is the back there, hiding as he tries to pick his way through, but obviously on the medium tyres. His race will come back to him later on. Scuba Steve has got the move done on Zumpy this time. Stayed close enough. Through he goes. It's Krim's Dutch. I think Krim's is German. No, I don't think so. However, by the way that he drives, maybe. So Dutch then has caught onto the back of Tico. Still on the back of Scooter Steve, and Kelvin going with them as well. So the second Ferrari, very much in the hunt here for a strong finish in his home race. Cresta Hill again on to 5. Yes, can't confirm. We'll just spectate you. Okay, let's see what's going on then with the Red Bull. Maybe if you focus on driving rather than typing in the chat, that would be great. But there's nothing really happening, mate, so I'll come back to you in a bit when there's a bit of a lull. We say Krim is leading now, nearly 3 seconds. Krim is absolutely hammering it away. Fastest lap of the race. There we go, 18.6. 19.4 for Tico, so that's the difference as Dutch now starting to think about a move, switches to the inside. Not quite close enough. Zumpy coming back at Scuba Steve, also not quite close enough. Anything in this train going on? I'm thinking about a move on Katamis, but Katamis, latest of the late breakers. Also a bit of a rocket in a straight line, so Dan not able to find a way through. Pagani picks up a penalty. Skins in the pits. So has he had a moment, or is he just getting onto some fresh tyres? Yes, there is. It's just tyres. Onto the hards he goes. So he's now good to go to the end of the race. Might that come in handy later on? Yellow flag sector 2. That is, it's Dan. Dan's had a spin of the hairpin. And down to 16th he goes. Drops behind Pagani. The OG's in second and third, but they are just chasing dust at the moment. Unfortunately, it's Krim's lead now 3 seconds already. Absolutely hammering away at the front. These two that, as ever, always nose to tail. Indeed, the OG P15. That is Pagani. He has got the attentions of Dan Morris. Just a couple of seconds off the back of Katz, but there's that big train in front, so if we can get onto the back of that train, it goes all the way up to Michael VM. Barcelona's pulled away, change for P2, down the start finish straight into 1. Dutch then takes P2 away. So, can Dutch now lead the charge there? Tico, both back joke drivers there, down significantly on the battery at the minute, down to 14%. Is Tico going to come back at Dutch into the hairpin? And DRS is open, but not close enough this time. Oh, Dan's gone on the outside of turn 2. And the safety car deployed. So that helps Krims out. Okay, well, we're about to go down, so Schwari 90 it is. So then on lap 7 then, is this going to be a godsend for the leaders? We've seen a couple of guys get off of those soft tyres. Is it too early? We shall see. Crewman then is your leader. Safety car is out, so the race has been nullified. Grimms leads from Dutch, Tico, Simply Superman, Scuba Steve P5, Zumpy P6, Cuba Kelvin P7, and Barcelona 8th, Michael V 9th, Aaron Trucker P10. Alex Pix is P11, Daft Chip is P12, Brutus Beer is 13th, Peshwari Nan is 14th, Katamis is 15th, Skirns is 16th, but now has the opportunity to catch the back of the pack, and Pagani Peshwari Nani has got himself a penalty under the safety car. Now, I don't know if it's because it's being referred to as Peshwari Nan. I don't know. We shall see then. So everybody heading in to the pits. All the leaders anyway. Now he's going to stay out. Brutus Beer has stayed out. He's going to take over at the lead. So Brutus, of course, who started on the medium tyres. He obviously doesn't want to pit yet. Doesn't fancy those hard tyres. Now the big loser here, I think, oh no, maybe not. I thought Zumpy might lose out there, but in fact he stayed P5, so that gap was okay. He's got ahead of Scuba Steve there, so thought he might have been held up there, but in fact it's worked out quite nicely then. So, big loser, Simply Superman. What's happened to him? onto the hard tyre, interestingly. So what's happened there? So Simple Superman has lost out quite big time. So did he get... He must have maybe had some wing damage. Maybe some wing damage then for Simple Superman, because he's dropped down the order. He was running P4. With Brutus obviously having not stopped. He's now net P7. So he lost 3 places then. So he lost out to Kelvin, Scuba, Stephen, Zumpy. Incidentally, the same 3 cars he was chasing before. He was chasing a Mercedes, a Ferrari and an AlphaTauri. He's still chasing a Mercedes, a Ferrari and an AlphaTauri, but now the other Mercedes, Ferrari and AlphaTauri. P9. Now back on the tail. Here we've got the Academy, so just pitted for the hard tyre, interestingly. Now Pagani got onto the soft. That's a Volvo, so he's going to go some moves between now and the end of the next few laps, anyway. It was a wrong call. He might be going for some moves. In fact, he's going to go pit again because he has, I fear, bolted the wrong tyres on. Or maybe he's just getting his mandatory pit stop out of the way. Now he can go back onto the mediums and get to the end of the race. There we go. Pashwari Mani, the thinking man. Katami stays out on the hard tyres. And Skirms has now got himself a penalty under the safety car. Silly boy. Under the safety car on lap 9 then, as the demise of the McLaren. And the race leader is now Div 2 champion, the reigning Div 2 champ Brutus Beer, filling in tonight. He, however, has not pitted yet, so he still has to make his pit stop. Behind him is the previous race leader Crims, and you feel that it might not be too long before he reassumes the lead of the race, but we shall see. Brutus is no slouch. He didn't win a couple of Div 2 championships by being slow, because the quality of that grid is significantly higher than it has been in the past. Safety car in this lap then, so we're about to resume racing on lap 10. Brutus then starts to back up the pack now, hopefully. There was an incident in the Div 2 race last week at a restart of the safety car. I'm looking at you in the Red Bull in P14. Jones will be changing places there, naughty. Now, can the AlphaTauri do his teammate a favour here and attack the Ferrari? Can Dutch do anything about Crimson? Brutus pulled the trigger. He's gone very early then. That's a decent restart, and Dutch has been on his toes. Tico's been left hanging a little bit there. So Dutch on his toes, Crims on his toes. Brutus got a fairly good launch and will hold the lead into 1 then. And he changes further back. Who's been... Oh, there. Kelvin going wheel to wheel with Superman. Runs wide, gets himself a penalty. McLaren pops up the background. That's Alex Pixie and Michael Vien going side by side. Just about giving each other enough room. Over the crest we go. Oh, and Alex has spun. Aaron took it into the pit, so he's got some damage somewhere as well. Red Bull, meanwhile, trying to stay out of the way. That's Barcelona looking at the inside of Simply Superman. Oh, is that going on the background there? That's Katamis and Skirms. And Pagani as well, getting in the mixer. Pagani now looking at the back of Katamis. Now, this is a battle that we've seen many, many times before. Over the years, over the seasons, over the divisions. Up front, however, it is no still for the lead. Brutus has got a queue of cars behind him. He's feeling some Div 1 pressure here. Not doing a good job there. He's got a couple of tenths lead, but you feel this is going to be a matter of time before he has a Mercedes sweeping past him. Cribbs has had a really good launch at the final corner to the inside. This is going to be a formality. Here comes Dutch Tricks though. Cribbs to the inside. Dutch is trying to follow him through. Will get there as well, so Brutus doesn't find it too hard. Tico not able to get close enough this time then, so stays 4th. Still got Zumpy and Scuba Steve behind him. Oh, Kelvin's had a twitch. at the hairpin there. Keeps it pointing the right way. There's Simply Superman on the back of him. Barcelona, oh, what's going on there? Seeker's got Brutus Beer then into the hairpin this time. Simply Superman are wheel to wheel. Barcelona looking for a way through as well. Calvin, I think, it's a bit of a cork in a bottle here. Not the bottle in the cork, like I said last week. A bit of a worrisome. So Calvin not quite able to hang with the top six and who are pulled away. Look at this train then. Mercedes, AlphaTauri, Ferrari, Williams, AlphaTauri, Mercedes. Top six all in a line. Crims is pulling away again though. Dutch is doing his best to hang on to the coattails of that Mercedes. Can he stay in DRS range? Zico has just dropped out of DRS range, so that could be critical. He's got back in again. So Dutch is burning through his ERS. In fact, everybody's burning through their ERS at the moment. I think went to Crims there, and Catherine's getting a warning just behind him. Further back, Zumpy's got Brutus. Through he goes. Terry back into P4. Oh, now up to P4 rather. Now Scuba Steve and Brutus then. Div 2 rivals. Now duking it out. Look at this battle here as well. Calvin now 2.7 seconds off the back of the front six. We've got most of, look at this train there. We've got Kelvin, Simply Superman, Barcelona, Michael Vien, Daft Chip, and Katowice and Pagani still nose to tail as well, just off the back. Let's go into P14. Alex after that spin down in P15. It's so easy to do at that corner. Unfortunately, the car just goes light at the back. You have to be very, very careful. Unfortunately, even with all due care, still very easy to spin as it is at this corner here. But so far, nobody's gone round that, so everybody's doing a good job. Aaron must have got some damage because he's on the soft tyre off the back of the pack. Crims, however, has now pulled out of DRS range of Dutch tricks then, so Dutch is now just watching that Mercedes just inch away once again. Scuba Steve and Brutus Beer side by side. Scuba Steve with the DRS to the inside, and that is P5 for the Mercedes man. Great job. Brutus's decision to not pit then is obviously the right one because it's too early in the race for his strategy to work out unless he went onto the hard tyres. Simply Superman is the odd one out then because he went onto the hard tyre. I know Cat and Skirm was also on hard, but they pitted earlier, so... Oh, that's Kelvin spinning off at the hairpin! And the Ferrari off to the infield. That was a big shame there. And that releases Simply Superman then. Gets himself pointing the right way, on his way again. Big shame there for Kelvin. Down to P14 goes the Ferrari man then. He's now got it all to do again. Up front, Crims' lead already 1.5 seconds. Once again, just starting to ease away from the pack. Which makes it look so easy. I can guarantee you it is not that easy to be that quick. Throwing these cars around, especially the handling model. Seen some very good drivers struggle, including these two we watched on, well, especially this one here, 4-time FTRL champion, not at the races on this year's game. Okay, now he got the one win last season. No wins to his name this season so far. Simply Superman with another penalty. Katowice and Pagani's battle rages on further back meanwhile. Brutus now at the back of this train then, so Scuba Steve and Brutus just dropped off the back of the top four. Zumpy trying to hang on to the back of the two Dutch boys. Scuba Steve and Brutus doing battle, and Simply Superman now leading this 4-car train. Now that the Ferrari of Kelvin has been evicted. P7, Barcelona P8, Michael in the middle there, and Daft Chip just clinging on. Oh no. No, Coquelin. What are you doing? Oh God. Right. we go then, closing back in on Dutch Tricks. Is he going to be close enough at this time? As they head down the start-finish straight, DRS is open. He is closing. Not going to be close enough into 1 though, so stays P3 for now. Screw Steve still as you were. Barcelona down the inside of Simply Superman into 1. Through he goes, Red Bull then up to P7. Williams trying to come back at him immediately. Not close enough though to make a move. Gone in Katamise. Still duking it out over P11. Over the hill then. Let's have a look at this battle for a bit. Then Katamise will have the DRS then on the run down to the hip. He's had a good run out the corner. Down the inside he goes. Puts the squeeze on the Alfa Romeo. And gets the move done then. It's a good move from Cat. Good launch over the hill at Pagani. Straight on the power. Coming back at him. Further back, Skirms has now got the recovering Kelvin. Oh, Katamise has spun. Oh no, the battle's over. Big shame for Cat. He's having a really good battle over Pagani. Over P11. And Pagani has been released from the advances of Katamise, who instead is going to join in this battle by the look of it, because he's right on the tail of these two then. So, Kelvin looking at the back of Skirms. Katamise now on the tail of the Ferrari. Red Bull leading, Ferrari leading. It's like 2022 already. Change for P2. Dutch Tricks has relinquished P2 then. Sika then tries to resume the chase. Kelvin going past Skirms. You've got a yellow flag. Oh, it's Aaron Trucker further back. Just a spin. So he's on his way again. A load of them making use of those medium tyres, so might Simply Superman be ruining that decision to pit for the hards, or is it going to come back to him later on? We shall see. He does have a couple of penalties to his name already as well, so he's just trying to open these gaps. We've got Michael Vienna right behind him. Michael doing a really good job. Katamise going past Skirms now as well. Engine pits in for the medium tyre. And is about to go a lap down. So Cummins' lead nearly 3 seconds again already. Absolutely flying again. Once just easing away from the chasing Dutch pair. Term are keeping Zumpy at arm's length. Zumpy really wants to get on terms. See if he can get himself onto the podium. 1.7 seconds back at the moment though. We've got a yellow flag to 1. Oh, Katamise had a spin at turn 1 again on the exit. There he goes, Alex Pixie. He's on his way again now. Nice to say, this is all kind of a warm-up for them for tomorrow. And it matters most, but good experience learning what not to do, which is spin. Don't spin. There you go. Lesson over. Scuba Steve P5 did a really solid job. Lead Div 2 driver. British Beer in hot pursuit still to make his pit stop. We've got 1.9 seconds back to Barcelona, who is still got this trio behind him. Simply Superman hanging on to his coattails. Michael Vienna very close to the back of the Williams, and Daft Chip just keeping watching brief. Not close enough to strike, but very much in touch still. And the other has. Katamise having an eventful race further back. There we go. DRS is open. So Michael closing on Simply Superman, but Simply Superman also has DRS from the Red Bull. So pulling himself up against Skirms, gets a penalty. At the final corner, Michael thinks about a move into 2. Not 3, is that? I'm not sure. 1, 2, maybe 3. So a few penalties further back now. Zumpy just slipping away from the set battle for P2 at the minute. So that podium just getting a little bit further away, but still doing a very solid job. But, ooh, that could be critical. Dutch Tricks picks up a penalty. Now, it's not often that he racks up many penalties. So that now, Zumpy can stay within 3 seconds of his teammate. He will jump ahead of him come the end of the race, but it's a long way to go. We're only just over halfway. 18 of 33. Crims is your leader in the Mercedes there, being chased by the lapped Aston Martin. 2.9 seconds lead over the championship leader Tico. Still got Dutch Tricks hanging onto his coattails. Zumpy in a bit of no man's land, trying to get back on terms with his teammate and the Ferrari. He's in a bit of no man's land. Then we've got a similar gap from him to Dutch to him to Scuba Steve, who has dispatched Brutus Beer now. So Scuba Steve really acquitting himself well tonight. Very solid effort, and he'll be one of the favourites for tomorrow if he can continue this form. Then Brutus, showing his guy, although he didn't qualify as well, come with the alternate strategy. That might come to haunt him a little later on, though. Of course, he is still making his pit stop. Everybody else has made their stop now, so he is the only driver who needs to pit. So I might be hoping for another safety car. No, it's fair play, mate. I know this is a different world to Div 2, so still going, mate. Good practice for tomorrow, so keep it up. Barcelona still P7. Super Superman and Michael still working hard behind him, trying to stay in touch. Michael still looking, probing for a way past the Williams. Not able to find a way through that. They've just dropped Daft Chip slightly. He's just fallen away a little bit in P10. He's still in touch with these guys. And there he is. Hasbro's. Yeah, he's going to be close to again. The Super Superman has closed in on Barcelona quite significantly here. He's lining up a move. He's going to be close enough for one. He's going to go for it. Down into turn one. The Williams turns in. Oh, contact with the Red Bull. It was a late move. And Michael Veer now on the attack as well. I think it caught Barcelona out there. I don't think he expected the Williams to go for it, but the Williams sends it down the inside. Where he takes P7. Oh, Barcelona spins on the exit and into the wall. Oh, it's all gone wrong for the Red Bull. And the safety car is called again. So, big smash there for the Red Bull. Big shame for Barcelona. And a really good scrap there with Superman and Michael. Fortunately, over the crest of the hill and into the wall goes the Red Bull man. And that is a race over. So, it's good news for the likes of Aaron Trucker, who can hopefully get his lap better now. Safety car is out. What do our race leaders do? I've said it before many times, fresh tyres are king. However, we saw last week that's not necessarily the case. Now, that might have been the nature of the Zandvoort circuit. Of course, Chubbs was able to hang on very old hard tyres to win the race. And into the pits then comes your race leader. So he goes in, Dutch is in. What's something going to do? I think a circuit here. Of course, it's a wide circuit. It's a very flowing circuit. You have to go for a fresh tyre. Scuba Steve is in. Brutus is in. So exactly what he needed. He needed a safety car. He's got it. Now the question is, can the soft tyre get to the end from here? Super Superman is in, so he can get off of those hard tyres. Michael Bien's in. Daft Chip's in. Kelvin will bring him back into contention. It's medium tyres for Crims. Tico and Dutch onto the softs, however. Zumpy onto the mediums. Brutus onto the softs. I think he had to. Zumpy onto the mediums. Super Superman onto the mediums. So there's a bit of a mix of tyre choices here. Skirms is going to come through here and go to P7. Oh, Cat sped in the pit lane. Unlucky, mate. Very easy to do. Very, very easy to do at that corner. Good battle until that point, though. Now then, what have we got here? So, are those going onto the soft tyres making the right choice? Is the question. That is a big question. Now we're going to see the remainder of the race. So we're at 21 of 33. I think it's getting a little bit overcast, but I don't think rain is about. I might be wrong. Might be wrong. Not turning left. Well, we know that's been a bit of a problem for a while. Thankfully, most of the circuit is right-handers, primarily. think, Pagani, you need to invest in a new controller. Or take yours apart and fix it. Finally, I know you've got about 18. No, you're not a fast loader. No, you're not. You're very unlucky. Very easy to spin around here, the undulating nature of this circuit. Cars go light. Very easy to do. You're not alone in spins tonight. We've seen spins for Dan. This is just for Aaron. Kat's had a couple of spins. Alex has had a spin. Kelvin's had a spin. So you are not alone in that then. So Hidegard is out on lap 22 of 33. So 2/3 race distance. In the running order. Yes, that's it. I caught the end of that. That's it. Anything could and will happen then. So Crimson leads still, but on the medium tyres. Dutch and Tico directly behind him on the soft tyre. They're going to be aggressive at that restart. Is this their opportunity? Can they get on terms with Crims? Can they get ahead of Crims? And then can they hold him off? Do they have enough? Will they have enough tyre come the end of the race to hold him off? So Zumpy and Scuba Steve also on the medium tyres in 4th and 5th. Is this race going to come back to them? Oh, those soft tyres going to last, of course. We saw them last about 6-7 laps earlier on before everybody got off at that first safety car. How far into the race would they have gone? Obviously, the car's a lot lighter now, not so much fuel in them. So the tyre wear won't be as bad as it was earlier in the race. But we shall see if that is the right call then. So 4th and 5th on the medium tyres. Brutus is in P6. He's on the soft tyre. He has... Right. So we've had a moment. Brutus is P6. He's on the soft tyre. That race has come to him quite nicely now. Right behind Scuba Steve. Skirms is P7, but he's on the very old... shush. Very old hard tyres, so I imagine he's going to get swamped very quickly at this restart. Yeah, just shush. It's fine. It's not fine. Yeah, don't. Sympathy Superman P8 on the medium tyre. Michael, Daft Chip, Kelvin, Pagani and Alex Pixie on the soft tyre. Catamese on the mediums. Aaron on the mediums as well. He's caught the back of the pack then. So, got his lap back. Crims then will dictate the pace. And he's gone. However, Tico and Dutch have very much gone with him. Zumpy has got Scuba Steve and Brutus on the attack as well then. So, oh my god. 2 or 3 wide coming into turn 1 further back in the pack. Yellow, oh, round goes Cat. Again, Cat has a spin at 1. Oh, was that on the inside? Oh, Brutus has had a drama as well. And Kelvin's now off the track as well. Oh dear, it's all gone wrong at the exit of turn 3. So Brutus has had a drama of his own. He's had a half spin somewhere. Oh, it's all changing all over the place. Alex Pixie now losing places. He's on the outside of Aaron Trucker, who's made up about 5 places in a couple of corners. Daft Chips up to 9th. Skirms going backwards as Michael goes through. Superman's through. Let's have a look at this lead battle then. Now, can the 2 Dutch boys attack the Mercedes? They've got superior tyres at this stage of the race, but they don't have the longevity. So they need to make it count now. I think everybody's just about sorted themselves out now. Catamese, Daft Chips down the order as well. So Daft Chips had a drama now as well. So several drivers having some issues at this restart. Crimson just about keeping Tico at arm's length. The fastest lap from Crims, 17.8. Daft Chip gets a dry warning and a penalty further back. Zumpy's hanging on as well this time. So your front 4 are all together. Catamese now with a drama as well. Daft Chip's into the pits then, so he's had a drama somewhere and he retires from the race. Unfortunately, Kelvin into the pits as well. He's also retired. Big shame for those two. So no home podium for Kelvin, unfortunately. Daft Chip though getting some valuable racing action in ahead of tomorrow. Crims continues to lead then. Tico still very much in touch though. Dutch as well, but Zumpy's there now as well in that second AlphaTauri on those medium tyres. Now, is this going to come back to him before the end of the race? If he can stay in touch, we know he's got the tyres to go to the end. How big a drop-off are Tico and Dutch going to suffer though? Now Dutch has got a penalty as well, don't forget. So at the minute, Zumpy's on for P3. Which is be fighting his way back through, then goes past Alex for P9. Aaron Trucker also dialing up the inside there of Alex, but Alex fights back. And the outside. So good squabble going on here. Skirms is still in there, P8. Good job at the minute. Brutus, they're looking for a way around the outside. He's got much better tyres and gets the move done. Good move from Brutus, up to P8 he goes. Now, Alex, Aaron, Pagani in the train to find their way past. Ooh, who's that going wide? That was Brutus running very wide at the final corner. Let's compromise his run down the start-finish straight. Skirms could come back at him here. Alex, as though he's up the inside of Skirms. Cuts across in front of the Red Bull. And that is P9 for the McLaren. Aaron and Pagani then on the back of this train. He's after that spin and a bit of no man's land, unfortunately. Now, he's dropped out of DRS range here a little bit. He needs to get the hammer down. Ooh, what's going on here? Aaron trying to go around the outside of Skirm. He's got the momentum off the corner. He'll have the inside for the next corner. It's the right-hander. And that is moved on for Aaron. Good move. He's into the top 10. Now, can Pagani find a way past the Red Bull? He's just ailing on those very old, hard tyres. Pagani go down the inside here. Looks to the inside. So Skirm's carrying good speed. And he will retain the place for now. I feel it's just a matter of time. Further forward then. Let's have a look what's going on at the front. The gap to the leader is just over a second. However, Tico's still in DRS range at the detection point. He will now close back in again. Dutch also. Some has just dropped away a little bit. Now the back Super Superman down the inside of Scuba Steve into one. Williams man up to P5. And Mike will be in there as well. So these three coming together quite nicely. Okay, did not have DRS this time, I don't think. Dutch trucks are right on the back of him again. Crims is very much there, dangling in front of these two. And the race victory there for Tico. Can he snatch it? He's still within that second bracket just 0.9 of a second is the gap between first and second. So he's still got DRS, but he needs to stay there. Obviously no DRS through the middle part of the lap here. This is where Crims can just ease away. He's had a good run there. Tico pulls it back again. Those soft tyres still working at the moment. Now putting some time into Zumpy. Now Zumpy's 2 seconds off the back of Dutch Strix. Tico doesn't have DRS. Here comes Dutch Tricks then. He's going to slingshot past into turn one. Gets the move done. And he's now critically back in that 1 second bracket then. So can he stay close enough to get to the detection point? The answer is yes, he can. So he'll have DRS. So can these two slingshot each other back into contention for the win? Although with Dutch's penalty, you feel it's Tico's the only one with a realistic shot of ending Crims's dominance in this one. Ooh, twitch there from the AlphaTauri. Tries to get the power down. He needs to stay in touch through the middle part of the lap. This is where Crims has been very good though. Very tricky to follow through this part of the lap. Over the crest we go then, lap 27 of 33. So we've got 6.5 laps to go. Still very much in touch, top three. Still in DRS range, something now 2.5 seconds off the back. And got Simple Superman closing in. He's got Scuba Steve and Michael Vienna still in his still hanging on to his exhaust fumes. So Zumpy might find himself with some company very shortly. Dutch is still within that 1 second bracket then, so Dutch is pushing on. Look at how much his batteries in fact Crims has got no battery either, and so top three. In fact, fastest lap of the race, the Dutch Tricks. So the AlphaTauri man takes the fastest lap away, and he is now very much in the hunt for the win here. On track at least. He's got that penalty though. So, oh, big slide there as he tries to get the power down out of three. Oh, no worries, mate. That's a good excuse. That's absolutely fair, mate. Hope you enjoy your holiday. Don't drink too many cocktails. Actually, take that back. Drink all the cocktails, and don't get sunburned though. Skirms and Casame's now battling over at P12. Skirms comes back on, then Casame's will have the momentum over the hill. You feel. Let's give these two a little bit of a. Oh, Casame's with a big send. Oh, wow. That was a Casame special send into the hairpin there. He's got the momentum off the corner. Oh dear. Yeah, silly sausage. I better get that factor 50 slathered on you. Oh, Skirms to go round. He's off. onto the grass, and Skurs gathers it up on his way. Oh, what's happened to the cat? No, it's just the camera angle changing. It's all good, all good. I'm very jealous. I'm going somewhere in a couple of weeks, but I don't know where I'm going. I don't think it's going to be that hot because my missus is ginger and burns at the even thought of the sunshine. So we shall see. Down the crest of them, Dutch still pushing hard, trying to get on terms with Crims. Oh, Crims is wide, very wide there through two. That's got Dutch even closer then. So, oh, Michael Vien's now got a penalty. Zumpy just holding off Simply Superman, but Simply Superman is now in DRS range then. So the Williams man trying to reclaim that P4 he lost earlier in the race. However, they've now got a four-car battle for P4. Brutus and Alex Pixie still battling over P8. Aaron in a little bit of no man's land. Picardi not far behind him. Oh, Skums has got back ahead of Katamis. So Katamis has had an off somewhere. And now these two are together again then. Are we going to see another humongous send into the hairpin? I think we are. Oh, Katamis has gone for it. Through he goes. Skums is going to switch back though. Wheel to wheel again over the crest of the hill. Good battling from these two. And Skirms gets the move done now. Right. Be a little bit more gentle with the power this time, Skirms. There we go. That's the one. Over the hill he goes. Katamis looks at the inside. No way through that time. All the way down the field. Meanwhile, Crims has just got the hammer down a little bit. Then Dutch was right on the case last time around. However, Crims has now just extended that gap ever so slightly. But those two are still in touch, still in DRS range. This is not over. You feel now maybe those soft tyres are just starting to lose their edge over the mediums. Zumpy, meanwhile, has stopped now 4.5 seconds off the back and has now got company in the form of Simply Superman, Scuba Steve and Michael Vien. Brutus and Alex Pixie battling hard, but Brutus now has a penalty to his name. Aaron Trucker trying to get back on terms, as is Pagani. Meanwhile, this battle continues as well. Skums has the twitch at the bottom of the hill. DRS open for the Red Bull man. Is he going to go for a move into the hairpin a la Cat? The answer is not quite. Well, it goes into the back of the house nearly. On the power then. Over the crest we go. Cat has just about got the move done for now. But Skirms hanging on resolutely. Good to see him enjoying a battle here. And it is the most dangerous battle you think you're ever going to have. Up front, Crims has got that lead over a second now. It's just eased away when it matters. No battery left for Dutch, no battery for Crims. 3% for the Ferrari. Well, battle for P4 is on. Scuba Steve and Michael Vien just hanging back a little bit. It's really between these two then, Zumpy and... Oh, Zumpy, did he go slightly there? Through goes Simply Superman around the outside. A little bit decent there from Zumpy. He had a moment at the corner. Oh, he's lagged out. Oh, no. Hopefully he can get back in quickly then. So, oh, no, big shame for Zumpy there. That was a great battle there, enjoying that. It's building up. Skirms, meanwhile, has got the move done on Katamis into one. I'm just going to ping Zumpy a quick invite, so do bear with me. One thing that annoys me about PlayStation 5 so far, you haven't got groups. Oh, I think he's probably lagged out. Do bear with me, please. Where are you, Zumpy? There you are. Racing again then. There's been a change for P2. Tico gets the move done. Oh, Dutch is back on the inside though. Oh, he's dangling his nose in. Oh, mate. Oh, no. Right. Change for P2. The battle is on for the second step of the podium. Tico's at the inside, Dutch around the outside. He has that penalty though. Yellow flag sector 3. Oh, Katamis has spun at the final corner. Of all places. Oh, mate, that's livid. Garni racking up a penalty further back then. Michael and Scuba Steve, they're battling for Div 2 honour ahead of tomorrow's race. So Simple Superman now just sort of eased away in P4. Battles on for P2 though. Tico and Dutch is for honour on track more than anything. Crims, I think the tyres have gone for the two behind. Giving chase, he's now eased away to 2.9 second lead. I think the medium tyres were the way to go. But fair play to Dutch and Tico for giving it a go. No worries, mate. We'll classify you because obviously not a lot you can do about that. Here as we start the final lap of the race, then can Tico get the move done on Dutch into turn 1? He's not going to be close enough. Tico coming back late. Dutch covered the inside, swap to the racing line. Tico thought about a move. Is he close enough into 3? Not quite. Over the crest of the hill we go into the DRS, and Dutch immediately goes defensive, snaking his way down the straight. It's broken. No. What about this Div 2 battle over P5? Michael's got a penalty, of course, so Scuba Steve will get it on the count back. In fact, he's going to jump Simple Superman as well, because Superman's got a couple of penalties. Dutch hanging on to P2 at the minute then. He goes looking racy to the outside he goes. He's going to go all the way around the outside, is he here? Going to try and cut back. They drop down the hill. Great to see these two duking it out once again. Yellow flag sector 2. It's Pagani. Oh, damn it, it's like a Tico. Always a late move. Oh, Dutch is going to stop spin. It's a forceful move. It's a touring car move from Tico as he reclaims P2. Out of the pit of the corner, but up front, Crims is going to cruise to yet another victory. Ooh, big slide out of the final corner. Victory for the Mercedes-man. Crims wins. Tico will get P2 in a brilliant final couple laps with Dutch there, just giving us something to enjoy. Simple Superman across the line, P4. Scuba Steve there will jump him on penalties. Michael will stay where he is, P6. Sumpy's car will cross the line, P7. Big shame there that his PlayStation turned himself off. Oh, Brutus is supposed to crash too early. Alex gets him on the line. And Aaron Trucker gets them both. So Aaron gets P8, Alex P9, Brutus P10. Pagani will cross the line, P11. Skirms will get P12 on his Div 2 debut. Is he going to wait for Cats to come across the line? Casamis the back. Casamis has not made it to the line. He's decided to bin it at the final corner. The Skirms across the line as the final finisher in P12. Ladies and gentlemen, and others, is, or was, your Div 1. There's that many Div 2 races. Div 1 race from Portugal. Victory once again for Crims, second in a row since coming back after a couple of weeks off. Tico though gets P2 in that brilliant final couple of laps duel with Dutch. Just the tyres went away. Just let Crims just pull away to victory. Duking out for second place on the track. Tico gets there. Of course, Dutch had a penalty anyway, so he was always going to beat him, but doing it on track feels a little bit nicer. Dutch though does get the fastest lap with P3. Scuba Steve gets P4. Great drive from him. Simple Superman there. That poor start just cost him maybe a stronger race there. Ends up P5 with those penalties. Michael BN gets P6. Sumpy, whose car lagged him down right at the end there. P7, just missing out on the pipping Michael, in fact, at the death. Aaron Trucker P8. Alex P9. Brutus P10. The battle of the Div 2 drivers. Pagani gets P11 and Skirms the final finisher. Retirement coming in the form of Catamese, Daft Chip, the two Has drivers. Kelvin, Barcelona and Dam. Fortunately, not seeing the checkered flag. Well, that is the end of the action for this evening, but not from FTRL this week. Of course, we are back tomorrow with the Div 2 race once again from Portimao. So please do join me at 8 o'clock tomorrow when we get to do it all over again. And plenty more racing action. I'm sure the Div 2 boys always provide a very spectacular show. Right, but all that's left is for me to say is, of course, thank you for joining us in the stream. Thanks for all the comments and the likes. And if you haven't already liked the stream, please do so before you go. Do join me tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We get to do this all again. Yeah, go on, get it in there, T. Go get it in there, go on. Report his ass. Yep, hopefully soon we should have something GT based coming. It may not be broadcast, but looking at some sort of exhibition series while we get the lobbies sorted out into some working positions. So hopefully soon qualifying will be in there, and lobby editing settings will be added to custom lobbies so we can get our GT7 seasons up and running good and proper. But something exhibition based in the pipeline to start very soon, and ACC hopefully not too far away from returning either. But yeah, from me for this evening, I'm going to go cry over the Liverpool score and pray that we can score a goal. Yeah, so back tomorrow. Until then, see you again.